Strap yourselves in. I'm going to make the jump to light speed.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sunday and the Star Wars chat show that we have every week where we talk about the latest and greatest that came out Star Wars related in this past week, obviously. With me, as always, breaking this stuff down is the Raging Mando himself. What's going on, Frankie? How you doing, bro?
What's up, everybody? How we doing? How are we doing today?
I am good, man. How are you doing?
Not bad.
Not bad?
Dreading the honey-do list I got to do here after we're done. But
oh, yeah. Yeah, my wife's
so we need to drag this out for like 5 hours. I'm thinking.
I don't know if we can make that happen, but I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my best, man. So, guys, in the chat, I just want to say thanks for hanging out with us every Sunday. Really appreciate that. Thanks for coming to hang out with me during my video game live stream last night and the one that I'm doing on Tuesday. I'm going to try to keep that up to date and be a little more consistent with that episode, similar to like what we're doing here on Sundays. So, if you guys want to come hang out with me around 8:30 on Tuesdays and on Saturday nights, I'm going to be jamming out playing some kind of Star Wars game. So always there for you guys. Also, big thanks to everybody that checked out the Emperor review that I did. That came out this past week. That was a quarter scale statue done by MYC. It's a badass statue. If you haven't already seen it, it's up on the channel for you guys to check out. So really appreciate all you guys who have already seen it.
That looks sick with those guard next to it too.
Yeah, it's really
so
nice
sick
with everything together like that. I was, because of the weight and how long it's taken me to get an Emperor, I was even contemplating selling off one of my Royal Guard. And then this thing comes in and I'm like, oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to sell these Royal Guard. This thing's too good. So other things, right now on the channel, I've done a couple changes for our live streams. I've set it to low latency in the hopes that we can interact with you guys a little bit better. I read up on some things and I saw that having a low latency setting will allow us to see the chats come in a little faster. So when we ask a question, you know, the responses, and it could be more like a conversation that we're having with you guys. So please let me know if you guys could hear us okay, if the visuals are looking good, all of that. You know, I'm really looking for some feedback there. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe for all the cool Star Wars stuff that we do every week. All right. I think that's about all the housekeeping that I can do right now in terms of set. So let me just say what's up to everybody up here in the chat. We got Len Hansen up in the house. What's going on, dude? Primetime Reviews was here mad early. I appreciate that. He's always here early for my videos. Thank you, brother. Ryder, what's up, dude? How you doing? Jedi Shizzle in the house. We got Carlos Flores. You got to congratulate him. It's because he got a PS5 recently, so he's going to be jamming out playing some games with me, hopefully here pretty soon.
Oh, awesome.
And I got to get on some Battlefront 2 with you, dude. Just to show how bad I am, because I know you're pretty good. We got Gerg in the house. We got Jason Namaroff. How you doing? McButter Golem is here. Boba Fett, the best hunter, is in the house to talk about all of these title episodes that we're going to have. We got a leak that we're going to talk about. Eben the Collector's in the house. Rude Boy Order 66 is here. Jason Namaroff. We got, I think we're all caught up, Area 51. And Nate Wolf. Nate Wolf, my man Nate, is in the house. So, yeah. Yeah. How you guys doing in the chat? How's everybody doing today? How are you doing, Frankie? How's your week been?
Not bad. Got a little show and tell.
Yeah, show me what you got there, man. You've been 3D printing your butt off, man. Let me see what you got.
Yeah, this took about 32, 34 hours, somewhere in there. Okay, so I'm trying to hold this together because it's still not glued because I got to paint it yet.
Okay.
And the helmet broke while I was trying to move it yesterday, so I got to reprint that. My Boba Fett bust.
Yeah, that's dope. That came out really, really nice.
Detail on it.
I like how the Mythosaur skull is split there, and you got Boba Fett's title in the center.
I love that. Cool. Man, that dude is so badass. Yeah, so you can see the viewfinder broke. So
I see that.
It.
Yeah. Otherwise, looks good, man.
Freaking huge. Love it.
Yeah, that is really freaking cool, man. Eben Collector says he's been pretty busy. You guys haven't checked out his channel. He's been pumping out some little pretty good unboxing videos. I mean, the dude's got some really awesome stuff that he's been picking up. Clone troopers and all kinds of other stuff. Lightsabers. Pretty much does similar stuff to what we do over here. So definitely check out his channel if you guys haven't done that already. Alex Figure Collector. What's going on? Frankie, what's up? How you guys doing? Playing Jedi the Fallen Order. Nice. I played that for 2 hours last night. I was only trying to go for an hour, bro, but it just kept like, okay, I need to get off this planet. I need to get off this planet. I wanted to get to the point that I fought the ATST. And it's just like, man, I kept getting lost. I was like, okay, I'm going here. I got to go down, got to go up, got to go here. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like a maze. So
Yeah, I would have been on YouTube a lot.
yeah, all those like puzzles.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what throws me off on some of those games. I just like the fighting.
it started to feel a little Tomb Raider-ish. All right. Oh, we got, let's see.
Watching from Epcot.
From Epcot Center. I am jealous, man. Food and Wine Festival. Tell me you're doing the Food and Wine Festival, bro. Because the food there is good.
I
wish they would have done a little more alcohol.
Cannot wait to find out.
They had the pub that they have there is badass, but you can get any drink that you want at the pub. And then
really?
in Mexico, they have a real good, what do you call it? Like a margarita bar, right? Not just the one that's outside, but inside too. Best prices you can get for a drink, and they come big. So, you can walk around for a while with a nice big tall glass, but everything else you get there is kind of on the small side. So
they have actual Mexican tequila?
Yeah.
Like the good stuff?
I believe so. They got a lot of different bottles.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that I got was a little bit different. I got the Rocks brand is the one that I picked up on this one. I wanted to try a different thing. His tequila's a little on the spicy side. It's got a spiciness to the.
Yes, we've gone down to Cozumel, man. I've had several different tequilas, and they were like smooth. Like you can just drink straight, and it's no problem.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like my favorite is Don Julio 1942. To me, that's hands down. It's one that I could drink without anything in it. And just straight up. I bought a bottle of that when I got back from Mexico, and I was like, yes, this is the stuff, but it's expensive. So, otherwise, my normal stuff is like Patron or that kind of stuff. That'll get it done, man. And when I go to Mojo's house, that dude knows how to make a drink. So put me on my butt. Boba Fett Best Hunter says he made a book of Boba Fett trailer. Did you? Is it on YouTube, man? I'd like to see that. That's cool. It's like a fan-made trailer.
Link.
That's dope, man. Casa Amigos. Yes, I think that's the one, right? For the drinks, for the tequila. I think it's inside the temple. So if you guys are in Epcot Center and you guys want to have a good drink, head over there. Good stuff, man. Lots of good stuff there. Good food. I can't wait till the 29th. We're gonna jam out. All right. So today we got, this past week, the biggest thing that I saw out there was and that you brought up, Frankie, is the Book of Boba Fett got some titles revealed, leaked for their episodes. So this came from first this website here. It's called the Giant Freaking Robot. Not a website that I'm very familiar with, so just let you guys know, I don't know if this is a rumor or if this is actual real. I mean, they're saying it comes from a trusted, proven source, but, could it just be a rumor? So anyway, this is where it comes from. I left the link in the description for you guys to get to it if you guys want to read it yourselves. But I'll do a little quick synopsis on this, and then we can speculate about what is going down here. So
it's always a hard time, when like some major event's fixing to pop up, and they're saving all the juicy details for that event. And so, I mean, that Disney thing that's happening next month. So a lot of things are hush hush. Right.
Yeah. So we don't know what's real, what's not. But anyway, this is what this page is saying. It's been suggested that audiences should think of Book of Boba Fett as something like Mandalorian Season 2.5. While it will be its own self-contained series, it will definitely tie into The Mandalorian, and it was most important to show its creators that it airs between seasons 2 and 3. Now we've exclusively learned information from one of our trusted and proven, so they got it nice and red and everything there, so you guys know that, inside sources that suggested even more ties between the two shows, namely the Book of Boba Fett episodes titling system. And then it goes on to say what the titles are. It's in this paragraph, but I got it listed for us so we can look at that. Moreover, the champion will be episode 1 of the Book of Boba Fett. It also will be known as Chapter 17. That's something that's interesting here. Our source shared that the new Disney Plus series will be continuing the chapter titles from The Mandalorian, with the new series being Chapter 17 going through 24. This is a big statement to remind viewers where the new Book of Boba Fett episodes fall in the timeline and how they are intended to be watched in order. All right?
Which kind of bummed me out a little bit.
Why?
Because I was kind of like, I love that it's going to, we'll get a continuation. I have no problem. Because you kind of want some backstory. So I was hoping maybe some episodes of,
Oh,
history, and not just a quick flashback scene or something.
True. It does make me wonder where we're going with this. So the chapter titles are going to be like this. We got episode 1, The Champion. Episode 2, The Assassin. Episode 3, The Syndicate. Episode 4 is going to be titled The Battleground. Episode 5, The Homeworld. Episode 6, The Warlord. 7 is going to be titled The Showdown. And the final episode is going to be The Hunter. So let's speculate about stuff. What could these titles possibly mean? They're very vague. So it's hard for me to say what it is we're going to be jamming into here. But considering the first titles here leading up to episode 4, The Battleground, they did say something here that was
second
interesting.
Paragraph.
The 8 episodes are titled briefly similar to the episodes of The Mandalorian. Here we go.
We're talking about the 30 extras.
Yeah. So 2 months ago, we shared that Book of Boba Fett episodes will contain massive Mandalorian battle. We've learned that more than 30 extras were hired to play Mandalorians. First, Book of Boba Fett will fight. First, Boba Fett will fight these Mandalorians in a massive battle. Then he'll join with them to fight an enemy force. While that's all we know for certain, it's fun to speculate on which of these episodes may include what events. So we're looking at a massive Mandalorian battle here. So the champion, right? Who do you, I don't think the champion is really talking about Boba Fett there. And Mandalorian does that sometimes also. It's like they title something and then it's who he runs into that he's talking about with that.
That could be that.
And considering that we're going into a Mandalorian battle, do you think that Bo-Katan is going to make an appearance here with that? I'm wondering if she's the champion.
Man, I don't know. That one's like, and I saw some articles that were talking about it could be a Jedi.
A Jedi champion?
Yeah, but putting it right out in the front, because we're thinking on the lines of Mandalorians. It could be something else, some other champion for some other cause.
Okay. I don't know.
So,
what do you guys think?
No telling.
What do you guys think of the chat, man? Who do you think the champion could be referencing there?
Jason's like, that's gonna be 30 plus Black Series figures.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we're in for it, man. Trust me, we're gonna be spending mad money on this by the time we're all said and done.
Hot Toys is like, yes, do it.
I know. Just give it all those different Mandalorians in a fight.
Yeah, they're all like, don't throw those molds out.
The Syndicate makes me think that we're that we're getting into different factions of the. The Syndicate could be
Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn, yeah.
Or do they dig into because the real big one back in the day, wasn't it Black Sun?
Black Sun, yeah, Black Sun.
That was Prince Sizer from Shadows of the Empire.
That's true.
Because he likes to dig into past stuff too.
Right.
But I mean with going with current storyline like we're talking about though, it's Crimson Dawn we're dealing with.
True. Which could be, that could lead to a little backstory there. Because the thing that's saying what this guy's going for, that there's going to be a massive Mandalorian battle where we ended off was him on Tatooine. So I thought there was going to be more about what's going on in the Tatooine area.
The one that really intrigued me was Homeworld.
Right, because you're going back to Mandalore or his homeworld.
Is it his homeworld? He's a clone, so Kamino's his homeworld.
True, but Kamino was destroyed by this point, right?
Right, but you don't know what else, what's there because they had like an underground part too to the city.
True. So you have him going underwater to see whatever that's been there for God knows how long.
Because when I thought Homeworld, the first thing I thought was Kamino. And then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, well, are they talking about Mandalore?
Okay. Jason's saying someone would have to come to Boba Fett's rescue to stop the battle. What do you mean?
Yeah, because the way they were talking, he was fighting the 30 plus Mandalorians in a massive battle. So he's holding his own against 30 of them. That should be a sick fight sequence.
That would be kind of cool. But I mean, I imagine that he gets subdued, He gets taken by the Mandalorians, and then he sympathizes with them and now fights with them. Is how I would see that play out. You know.
Yeah.
The assassin. I don't know what to make of the assassin.
Yeah. I wonder if it's that. I can't remember her name now. The one that's in the comic that's a real badass.
What's up, Big D? Thanks for coming in. He could go for Maul. I could Maul Group 2. Maul. I mean, do you think Darth Maul is going to make an appearance? Would Darth Maul be alive at this point? He would be dead by this point. He died Kenobi.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he would be dead by this point. So definitely is not him.
Or is he dead?
Is Asajj Ventress dead at this point? Yeah, I know, right? Maul keeps coming back. Maul can't keep. I mean, you would think that Kenobi would do a little double tap there, you know, just
right.
Just hey, I'm gonna make sure this time. I have you right here with me. This time I'm making sure.
The head's going to Mos Espa.
Yeah.
Torso's going to Mos Eisley.
So, we got a warlord. See, the battleground, the homeworld, the warlord. If this is all going to be a battle on Mandalore, you know, then we got to have somebody who would be an usurper, and would be part of the Empire. You know, or remnant maybe of the Empire that has taken over Mandalore. Because remember, Bo-Katan by the end of the Mandalorian was still seeking, and she obviously had it in front of her at this point, but the Darksaber to gain control of Mandalore again. You know, so somebody has to already be in control of Mandalore. So
and you have to. I mean, was he looking for that? What was his name? The villain that Craig loves in The Mandalorian.
You talking about Moff Gideon?
Yeah, Gideon. So you think he's going to be in this?
Well, he was captured at the end. I mean, he could get away by this point, but he was captured by the end of that.
Because we don't know. We know that this is after season 2.
Yeah, after season 2.
We don't know how long after season 2. Right.
I hope that they don't do a thing where this takes place after season 3. You know, and we have to, you know, and then it's like season 3 would be things that are happening.
I wouldn't think they would do that.
I don't think that they would do that, considering that the chapter titles are the way they are. I would think that this would be happening directly after season 2. Boba Fett Best Hunter's asking, what about Grogu? Do you think Grogu can make an appearance with any of these child names?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be so much of a big part of it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Big D's saying Ventress died in her novel.
Ventress died in her novel? Okay, so no Ventress.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Evan the Collector, where he's saying Champion hopefully is a backstory. That may be.
Champion would be a backstory.
Which you could do that, right? So you can give a look, you know, because there was some flashback things like when Jin was, when they were showing him being put away by his parents in that little storm shelter thing.
Mm-hmm.
During the Purge.
Right, during the Purge. But he did that in flashbacks.
Right, so maybe they do the same thing with that, but it could be that.
He's a champion. Showing how he gets out of the Sarlacc. I hope they show that. They
have to show that.
I hope they show that.
They have to show how that was done.
And the showdown. Who are we showing down against? I'm really hoping that it's some kind of usurper on Mandalore. I would love to go to Mandalore. I'm just saying. I need that planet to be visualized in life in Star Wars. Aside from the animations.
Yeah, because the how some of these titles play out, your head can play with you because of who you're hoping will make an appearance in the show. So, like, there's a couple of them in there that I'm thinking, all right, that looks like one that Cad Bane could be in, you know?
Right, the showdown?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all hoping that Cad Bane makes an appearance. I don't know how he's going to get in there with that. Because I don't even think he would care unless he's getting hired. So, Len Hansen definitely wants to escape from the pit. Yeah, I definitely want to see that. You know, I'm hoping that they go through with that.
That way to just shut these people up. They're like, there's no way he could have survived that.
Yeah. Or how the hell did he lose the armor after he got out of that? That's the real I want to know too.
I've had other things. Yeah, that's a big story plot too.
Yeah. So those are things that I need to know about. You know, I would love to know about anyway. I don't know if I need so much, but I would love to know.
Yeah, I'll talk to Dave, see what he's got.
Yeah, please. Put in a good word. Maybe we can get him on the show. And then the final episode is the Hunter. So considering that this is leading into season 3 of The Mandalorian, I'm thinking the Hunter is going to probably have an appearance from Din.
Yep.
So, I mean, I would hope they would be in it.
So kind of segue for that too. Did you see that about the strike?
Yes, I saw that. I'm hoping that doesn't really affect things, but it could.
Yeah, I hope they get that squared away before before it affects that.
I know.
Because now I'm like, when are we going to get season 3? So this is only going to last us till what? So
this starts
how many
December
are there?
29th.
There's 8 episodes, right?
8 episodes. Supposed to be every week after December 29th. So we're going to be getting into February.
So 1, 2.
And then there's been speculation that the Andor series will start in February, followed by
so on Wednesdays,
Kenobi.
huh?
Yeah.
Every Wednesday.
I don't like that they're putting Star Wars on Wednesday afternoon or any of these new episodes on Wednesday afternoon. I prefer it on a Friday. You know, my Fridays are not as intense as the middle of the week.
Right.
So, but hey, whatever.
February 16th will be the last episode.
And then they all follow Pacific time, which I love my California people out there, man. I really want to move to California myself, but I mean, damn, man, us people on the East Coast, if we want to watch it early or do like a live party or live watch or something like that, you got to get up stupid early in the morning to watch that.
Yeah, you do. So he was
Grogu was leaked to be on Book of Boba Fett, huh?
That's interesting.
Yeah, but Disney's done that before. They did that crap with what was it, Endgame or no, not Endgame. Infinity War. They showed that the Hulk was going to be inside of the Hulkbuster, and then that never came to be. They had figures that were released with that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Hulk never even made an appearance in that.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Just messing with people.
Yeah, it could be, just trying to make you look this way, like sleight of hand,
Okay, I got you.
I don't know what you mean, Dick, by parkour, but okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm interested in the Homeworld, definitely. The Warlord and the Showdown. Those are all going to be probably big episodes right there.
I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely excited for it.
Thank you, Biggie. That's what I'm looking for. Misdirect.
And then, what new tech they're using for telling their stories. Because, man, the visual effects are just getting better and better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you see the leaked picture of him riding a Rancor?
No. Is that a real leak?
It's one of the concept arts.
Really?
Yeah, there's a picture of him riding a Rancor.
Bring that up, man. Come on. You can't just tell me. You got to show me.
Let me see if I can find it.
What are you guys looking forward to most from the Book of Boba Fett? Let me know in the comments. I'm excited for the best Book of Boba Fett. Yep, absolutely. I'm excited just to have a live action show.
Can't get here soon enough.
Jason said he's seen that photo. Yes, that was a cool concept image. Okay, so it looks like everybody saw this but me. Which episode will you think is Cad Bane? Hey, man, in my defense, I'm very busy.
Like you're not busy or something.
Yeah, I really try to stay up on everything, man, but oh my God. Sometimes my focus needs more focus. Which episode do you think Cad Bane will be in? That's what Rob Swallow's question is. If he is going to make an appearance, the Showdown sounds like a great episode to have him in.
There it is.
That's concept from the official concept?
The show. Yeah.
Ooh, that would be cool. Could that be the Rancor from Jabba's? No, because that he dead by then. It can't be the same dead. Rancor. Or a flashback? No, I don't think it would be a flashback either. That's pretty cool, man.
What was the one that got saved? What was that in? Was that Clone Wars or Rebels?
Yeah, it was in Bad Batch, right?
Or Bad Batch, yeah.
Yeah, it was in Bad Batch. But, I mean, I think I've heard where people were saying that, or there was a thing saying that that's not the Rancor from the pit. It just was another Rancor that they were trying to get.
Yeah, so maybe it ties into this one. This is it.
I would hope that it would be that, man. You can't just show me a Rancor and have Bib Fortuna pick it up and then tell me it's not the Rancor. You know, that's
Right.
whack. Even if the name is bad, that's still whack. I would love to see a Boba versus Cad Bane. I don't know if you guys have been reading the I keep talking about it too, but the War of the Bounty Hunters. But when Boba Fett has to fight against somebody, man, it's badass. It's always badass.
Yeah, it is.
You know, he has a real I don't give a shit attitude, and you know he knows I'm gonna win. He's like, you don't want to do this, you know.
Tamura Morrison does that really, really well.
Yeah, he does. He plays that good. That dude is so cool.
And I think he's loving playing the character too.
That would be a guy I'd like to meet. You know.
Yeah.
He probably has some good stories from being on the sets and different movies that he's been in, and you know, not just the Star Wars stuff, but other things too.
Yeah.
Could be a new pet in the palace. You got another Rancor. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the atmosphere in the palace is going to be like. You know, who's he going to have holding court? You know.
See, that would be cool. If that's how that starts. Maybe the champion. Maybe he's on the throne. Somebody comes into there looking for help, and then he drops him into the pit, right? And then
not where I was going with it. How you started that.
But let's say he drops him to the pit and he fights some kind of monster or whatever, and they beat that and that's the champion, right? Or they fight each other and then that character would have to fight and they're the champion. So then that would be the one that maybe brings him back to the planet. You know, somebody's got to bring him back to Mandalore, but he doesn't give the credit if they're even going to Mandalore. Let's say they're not going to.
Yeah, you could tell when he was talking to her. He's like, that planet's glass.
Yeah. So.
The way I thought you were going, so he just went in there, shot Bib Fortuna, and then sat down on the throne, right? There's got to be like some kind of etiquette for obtaining power. Can't be just that. So maybe somebody's coming in and challenges him to the throne.
I don't know, man. Have you seen Spectre? Have you ever seen 007 Spectre?
Mm-mm.
There's a part in the movie where guy is like, there's a dude that's saying that he's going to take care of something, and then this other guy comes in. He says, "Who challenges this man?" This guy comes in. He's like, "And what are your credentials for challenging this guy?" He straight up kills him, like right there, boom, and he sits at the chair. That's my credentials. And I'm like, okay. Maybe it's one of those things. I'm on a 007 trip, by the way, man. I got finished seeing the new one. I saw Spectre. I'm in the middle of Casino Royale. I'm going all over the place, you know.
Yeah.
But
so you saw the new one already?
Yeah, I saw the new one in the theater. Great movie. I thought it was a really good movie. Definitely worth the watch if you're into 007 movies. You know, it's actually a pretty good movie. So, what's up, Sam? How you doing, buddy?
Is that American Psycho picture?
It does look like the American Psycho picture. Yes, I think that is. That is such a weird movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always felt like he had fangs in that movie. I don't know why, like the teeth. He didn't file that way. I don't get it.
That whole scene with the business cards, that was funny.
Yeah, that was weird. Movie was a crazy movie. All right, so Champion comes looking for Boba Fett's help. That's how I'm hoping that plays out there, and then something happens there that they have to get into a fight, you know, and maybe the person wins or whatever.
I can't.
That doesn't lead me to what Assassin is, unless Assassin is somebody trying to assassinate Boba Fett at that point.
What if Bib Fortuna was still working for the Hutts? Well, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead now. And he could still be working for the Hutts, because obviously there's a bunch of them. And now that I'm looking at the War of Bounty Hunters... Oh, I see what
you're saying. Yeah, what if he was still working for the Hutts, holding it down, so then the Hutts going to be involved? That'd be cool, too. Like, more of the
other...
Well, they're going to have to. The Hutts are going to have to be involved with that.
The Hutts would still possibly be there.
Yeah, because they still own... You know, they're like the most feared ones, supposedly. Until Crimson Dawn showed up.
Until Crimson Dawn shows up, but then again, with the death of Jabba, you got a void there of which Hutt
in that little pocket. Yeah, now the Hutts are going to sit there and fight over who controls that territory.
By the way, the different Hutts are kind of strange looking, man. There's one that's got abs. I'm like, what's up with that? Yeah, I'm like, why is there a muscular Hutt?
When Vader's like, who the hell's this?
Yeah, exactly. You know,
and Jabba was like, nobody.
Yeah. Boba Fett, are you asking what the best Clone Wars episode was, or which one are you talking about? Or what are you talking about there? Yeah, that hut's pretty weird looking. But there's still, like you said, there's several different huts still left in the galaxy. You have
And that
Crimson
whiny
Dawn.
one.
Yeah, whiny
that
one.
whiny one? I didn't like him at all.
That one has survived a long time though. The whiny one has been there since like the Clone Wars. Since before the Clone Wars actually started. Actually, all these huts are pretty old. But yeah. So
yeah, I think Bosk is still alive during this period. I don't know what their lifespan is.
yeah, I would think that Bosk may still be alive. In the comics though, he hasn't been killed off, so
yeah. He's in the War of the Bounty Hunters.
Excuse me. He is in War of the Bounty Hunters.
And that's something I want to see them get into more too, right? So
tie into that.
Like Zuckuss's Homeworld, how he has to sit. Isn't it like methane gas or something that he breathes?
Right.
Bosk's Homeworld and their whole, dynamic of life.
I could actually go for Boba versus Bosk. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Definitely for a name like the Showdown, I want to see a good showdown, like a good Western. Good
Western showdown.
Yeah, that would be cool. Boba Fett's asking, what is the best episode of the Clone Wars? Do you have a favorite? I have a favorite.
Man, really?
Yeah.
It was like the last bit with Ahsoka.
The Ahsoka series?
Yeah, those last 2 episodes were just...
All those were really good.
They were intense, man.
It's really hard to name them down.
Cinematic.
Yeah, it was.
So cinematic.
Still, bro, you know what my favorite episode was?
What?
When Emperor Palpatine comes to Mandalore and fights Maul and his brother. That was dope. Yeah. That was so freaking cool. And the whole lead up to that. Pretty much anything involving Mandalore in the Clone Wars has been pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good storyline.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, but I do like the final 4 of the Clone Wars. Yeah, he did
put them in their place pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, you never really saw the Emperor fight like that. Like, I remember when I was just before Revenge of the Sith came out, a friend of mine, we were all working at John Deere at this time, and he brings in the audio tape of the book for Revenge of the Sith. So we've been listening to it all week, and it gets to the part where, Palpatine fights the Jedi that are coming to arrest him. And in the book, they describe it so well. I mean, it's like you can visualize him killing these people, and they really go into detail. And they're
talking about fired up to go watch it.
Yeah. Then I go see this, and it's like dead. I was like, what the fuck? Why did that go so fast? I really didn't get a feel for that. And even when it comes to the fight between him and Mace Windu, they really didn't show that. They kind of just showed it in glimpses.
The book's so I kind of wish they would have
showed the
book's always better. Yeah, I didn't like how what I hated most was like, really, you gonna take Kit Fisto out like that, just that quick? That sucks, quick, man.
Yeah, I wish they would have had a little bit more. Rob, sure thing, man. I'm gonna go over the episode names one more time. So we got episode 1 is called The Champion. Number 2 is going to be The Assassin. 3 is The Syndicate. 4 is The Battleground. 5 is The Homeworld. 6 is The Warlord. 7 is The Showdown. And 8 is The Hunter. So those are your names right there. And then according to this article, they're not expecting it to change at all before the show starts. They're really set on that this is going to be what it is. So, hopefully
we got a little over 2 days. 32 days
for their announcements at Disney, right?
We start getting something a little more solid and possibly a trailer.
Yeah. Oh, definitely got to do a reaction to the trailer. I can't wait for that. I got to do a reaction to some of these other fan films you've been sending me too, man. I just haven't had the time. I got to get to it. All right, let me see. Jason's saying Champion could explain why he went back to kill Bib.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. We don't really know why he's that pissed. Is it because y'all just left me to die over there in the desert?
Right.
I mean, he doesn't know everything got blown up till he gets out, I guess.
Yeah, but if you're reading War of Bounty Hunters, Bib's a dick.
Oh yeah, he's definitely he deserved every.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he would have got it worse than what he got it.
Yeah.
Or he should.
I wish they would have. Yeah. I wish they would have a little bit. Yeah.
His suffering would have been long.
Yeah, Bib's a real punk, man.
And it's that punk I'm gonna keep poking at you, then I'm gonna go get my big brother.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do nothing myself.
He's a total pussy. But I mean, just yeah. I don't. As a character, I don't like him, but I do want to have a character of him. I'd love a figure of him.
All the way from Germany.
Hey, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us, buddy. The assassin is Fennec, I thought. But then Fennec's on his side. But yeah, then again, I mean, maybe he sends her off. Yeah, maybe he sends her off, or a story about her, how they met. Maybe it is a flashback. Maybe it's how they met. The champion, then he meets an assassin, then you got the syndicate. Okay.
Yeah, because they could go with a totally different way of storytelling with this, right?
Yeah. So maybe this doesn't really follow the final episode of The Mandalorian. Maybe this is his story leading up to meeting The Mandalorian. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that could be too.
The trailer's supposed to be around Thanksgiving. Well, that's around my birthday, man.
Suck.
That's a long time. Hey, it ain't that long, man. As much stuff as I do, that goes by quick for me. Okay, what if the Book of Boba Fett is not really following Mandalorian, and maybe it's the events that happened to him leading up to Mandalorian Season 2?
Yeah, but you got Homeworld in there.
So maybe he goes back to his homeworld during that time. I don't know.
Maybe he does. Maybe he witnessed, he saw firsthand that planet's glass.
The only thing that I would not like about this whole idea is one, the slave one. So I don't know if he would have it at that point. He would be without his armor for the entire season, which that would suck. And
you can see the armor changes, so we can't really. That would suck to be like, oh, we finally get to see it the last episode.
Right?
That would be like, oh, whatever. You can't have a show with him and not have his armor.
Yeah, he's got to have his armor. Yeah, I don't know that I would be down with that. I mean, it would be kind of cool, though. And then finally with the Hunter being that he runs into the Mandalorian and then you see the events of Season 2 play out. That could be a way of telling it. Rob swallowed the Warlord, maybe Maul. Maul's dead at this point, so I don't think that's going to be the case. So
and I think that would do real damage to themselves if they brought him back to life again.
Because
it was really pushing it even just, half a body.
Maybe the last episode could be him looking for Mace Windu.
Yeah, do we think Mace Windu makes a return?
I would love for him to be alive. That would be so cool. I would like for him to be alive. But if Mace is alive, I want a darker, missing a hand.
Like riding that fine edge of turning to the dark side type thing.
Looking evil, man. Looking evil, but because in some of the comics, if you read like some of the stuff with Darth Vader, which is a great storyline too, if you're reading that, he comes across other Jedi that have escaped the Purge, and they're hiding out, and all of them are doing different things. But there's one Jedi that is hiding out on the homeworld of the Admiral Akbar's race. I can't think of that homeworld. Do you remember that? Mon Calamari. Yeah, there you go. So he's hiding out on that planet, and he's trying to rally the Mon Calamari race to fight against the Empire. But his whole rallying of them is not to help them beat the Empire. It's to draw the attention of Darth Vader to bring him there so that he could kill Darth Vader. So his purposes were deceitful, and he's kind of turned a little bit. He's not totally, but he's definitely not doing things the Jedi way. And Vader points that out, which is great in the fight. Vader, they're fighting, and he tells him his purpose, and then he's like, "That's not the Jedi way." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." So, man, he needs to come back. I would love to have him come back.
I think he'd be great.
He would be, man. Ever since I saw his character in the Clone Wars animated series, not the 3D, not the new ones, but the original ones that were the shorts. And you saw him fight all of those robots, and he jumped in there and was kicking everybody's butt. I was like, this guy's sick. It would be nice to see more of him,
Good, strong character.
Yeah. Stay away from the West Coast at all costs if you value your sanity and your wallet.
Advice received and will be taken.
I love the weather in California, man. I really do. I know it's expensive, and you got the earthquakes too, but God, I love the weather out there. And I love that they have mountains.
No matter what side of the planet you're on, inside, it's always the same. It feels good.
What do you mean?
Turn the air conditioner on and it's all good.
Oh, it's not the same. That's not the same, dude. My wife is bugging me to go camping, right? And I'm like, yo, the mosquitoes, the humidity,
you going up north to go camp?
That's what I tell her. I was like, yo, if
There's
you want to
no
go do
way
that,
in
let's go
hell
up
I would
north.
camp in Florida.
No, I don't enjoy being outside that much in Florida like this. I mean, during the winter, I like it, but during the summer months and especially the rainy season, it's not that comfortable out here.
Y'all are like Australia in training. That's what y'all are like.
I would love to go to Australia, by the way. So don't be knocking down my one of my countries I want to go to, man. That's
Dude,
one of
there's
my
things trying to kill
favorite
you there.
places.
No,
I know there is, but still, that looks like a great place to go to, man. Plus, you got to wonder what they feed the people out there, man. You see what comes out of that place, man? You got these hot chicks and freaking Thor. And I'm like, man, I'm going to start eating kangaroo.
It's all the ugly ones go swimming. That's what happens.
Oh, man. Born and raised in Cali, too expensive to ever move back. I hear you, man, but I hear you, bro. I know it's expensive. I like it out there. Every time I go out there, I never want to come back.
My favorite fan film, I got two of them.
Go.
Favorite overall is definitely Troops. That one cracked me up so damn bad. And the Darth Maul one.
The Darth Maul one? I got to see more of them. I don't know if I have a real favorite right now. I did really, really like the Bucketheads one. The Buckethead one was really good. I saw that one about the that took an excerpt out of one of the Star Wars comics where the Solo kids are fighting, and that one was okay. Had a pretty good fight. Yeah, that was pretty good. Had a decent fight and everything. But because it was just an excerpt from the story, I hadn't read the story enough to me to follow in where it goes. So I had to go back and read some of the stuff to kind of see where this fits in there. But I kind of liked it. Do you think Din Djarin makes a cameo? I think he's going to. I think he's going to. That's my thoughts anyway.
I think it'd be towards the end if he does at all.
Yeah, I think it would be towards the end. I want to say it's in episode 8.
Season 3.
Mm-hmm. 3 hours to go 1 mile in LA. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the driving is kind of bad. Especially like in San Francisco. Whew, that driving is bad. The city. I mean, I think that's the angriest I've ever been. Is in San Francisco traffic, dude. I was in a dead halt for nearly 2 hours.
No.
I was so like irritated. I ended up cutting across into a different. I finally was able to get out of that. And then, I mean, if you ever drive out there, the hills are super, super steep, and it's like riding a roller coaster all the way up. And I don't like the climbs, so I'm like going up this way, and I'm feeling myself like in my chair, and I'm looking back at my daughter, and she's laying like completely back. So I was like, "Woo, this is a ride right here."
I remember that in Seattle. They were like, I mean, you go in hills. Like when you're coming down, it feels like you're going to go into the ocean.
Yeah. You come down and you got to like be on your brake. You got to have good brakes out there.
Good brakes.
Yeah, good brakes. So, yeah, man. Too expensive. What we got? One day, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a place to visit. Every time I visit someplace else, though, I like it. Food's better. So, food's good out here, too, though.
Vader, episode 1, Shards of the Past is excellent, which leads to a great second episode. I have to check that out.
I like Star Wars Theories Vader that he has. That's a pretty good one. I think it's pretty well done. And I'm looking forward to his second one with supposedly have Mace Windu. That'll be dope. So. Yeah, man.
Oh, that's his. That's the one.
That is his.
About. Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's a good one. I for some reason, I just thought it was called Vader.
2 years ago. I've never even seen it.
You've never seen it? It's good.
How long is it? 16 minutes?
Yeah. It's very well done. Hats off for him to be able to do that.
Nothing. I have to watch fan films today. See how it goes.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that one. It gave me inspiration to want to do my own, but I need a lot to do that.
Oh.
A lot of time.
Can't forget the Scene 38 reimagined. The redo of Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader on A New Hope.
I like the remake that they did of the fight between Kenobi and Vader. That's a great one. You've seen that one?
From A New Hope?
That's what you just said. I thought you said Mace Windu. Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, that one. Yeah. That's a great one.
That was awesome.
That was pretty cool.
It just popped up on there, so I'll have to watch that again too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna YouTube rabbit hole.
Len, I'm definitely gonna watch episode 2 when it comes out. I follow theories, so I try to see what he has coming out. I like his little fan stuff that he puts out there. Like he does these episodes where he has a what if type of thing that goes down, where it's like, what if Anakin didn't killed. I forgot how he put that. It was like a change to the Revenge of the Sith, but yeah, it was great. So he does that for different characters. So yeah, man.
Good
Mandalorian
stuff.
versus Seth, the Hutt fan film, and the Mandalorian versus Seth. I don't know, dude.
That was Friday night.
You made it out to be that way. It really wasn't that way.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just sitting there.
Yeah. You're all like, fight. I'm like, I'm not really fighting here. I'm just trying to explain to him that Seth's point of view on those type of things is always skewed to his centralized little area. If it doesn't affect him, it's not really happening. That's Seth's mentality with these type of things. So, it's like I got to put it in his terms. Okay, like he's mad about re-releases, right? So for those of you guys who don't watch the Geek Show, I'm a little upset that the edition size for Ahsoka Tano is 9,500, and I think that's very high for the cost of a statue. So Seth is he didn't really say that he didn't disagree with it. He empathizes a little bit, but in his mind, it's like it doesn't really bother him so much, just because Hot Toys and figures don't really show or have edition sizes. So, but the price point of those things are much lower. And then he goes on to say that he's upset when they do a re-release. So I'm like, well, a re-release is in effect increasing the edition size. So you're upset about that, but you're not upset about the fact that they're making a ton of these things. I'm like, come on, man. So
I think Sam was watching it.
Yeah, Sam was watching them. Yeah, the finish him thing was great. I like when you moved yourself out of the way. Let me put you over here. That was pretty good. So, yeah, it was pretty funny. So,
but yeah, I mean, that's a different thing, right? So you got there's how many different companies make a Darth Vader helmet, right?
A bunch of them, right?
And then you just have some that I accept this, that at a Black Series at $100 price point, there's going to be a multitude of them.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to get an EFX one, I expect that to be pretty limited.
Yeah.
And then you're going to expect to pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm okay with that. But see,
Right.
there's those things like, and I don't know if VFX has been doing it so much anymore, but especially like Regal Robot, right? There's a great
Right.
example. Regal Robot will drop something like their Rancor, which is half the size of the Sideshow Rancor, and they will tell you right up front, hey, we're only making so many of these, and so many of these are going to be signed by the actual creators. So there's something special about that, and a reason why this costs this much.
That. Yep.
So I can justify that. I may not be able to pay that, but I understand your reasoning behind that. Sideshow, on the other hand, is like, hey, we're releasing a Rancor. It's $1,400. We're not going to tell you what the edition size is for 5 months, 6 months, and we're going to make sure that we get a lot of orders in so that we can try to put this up at a huge edition number. Because we're trying to make as much as we possibly can. Which I'm like, I don't like that. Now, thankfully, the Rancor's edition size was low, so I was able to get in on that because of that. I felt like there was a justification there, but still, that's generally their thought.
Move your damn headquarters out of California. You won't have to charge so much.
Thank you. Or maybe stop hiring celebrities to come in there and say, hey, I collect. I'm like, yeah, dude, you probably, Sideshow gave you a whole collection to say that, Anyway. Yeah, Greg says he gets all hyped when we start arguing. Let's see.
Cody or Rex?
Rex. Rex. I'm a Rex guy.
Rex.
Only because he took a shot at Kenobi. If he didn't take a shot at Kenobi, I would have been like, I like Cody too. Cody's suit's dope. Took a shot at my boy. I'm like, come on, dude. Hey, Irish Alucard, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming to hang out, man. Re-release of exclusives is what pisses me off. So now it's no longer an exclusive. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. I do not like that at all, that they re-release stuff. I feel like if you're calling this a collectible, you had your opportunity. And in the case of Hot Toys, they don't have a number on it. They leave it out there for a given amount of time. You know, you had a good amount of time to jump in on this if you jumped in on it, and if you didn't at that time, you know, it gives you a reason to go hunt for it, and it can make it special at that point. That art print that I have up here on my wall took me 4.5 years to get, or close to 5 years to get. You know, and when I got it, I'm never gonna let go of that. To me, that's it took me that long to get it. It has something special for me in buying it. Something
Dude, we lucked up meeting each other on that one.
Yes, that's how we met. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Turned out all
I had been trying a long time.
The artist, and then he hooked us up.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. Is Boba Fett getting new armor? I don't think so. I think it's going to be similar armor to what he had at the end.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's going to change towards the end though, because his boots are different in that poster.
Okay. But I mean, could it just be like a modification of the boots? You know, like how they did from episode.
For that little part right there, yeah. But then it's like no one expected that paint job to happen either.
True. I mean, could it be that like what they did in Empire Strikes Back, that, you know, you had the armor look one way for Empire, but then another way for Return of the Jedi?
Right.
Is there's like a slight difference? I mean, if you're paying attention to it.
Yeah, the biggest difference was the gun for one,
jetpack,
and the backpack.
Yeah. Yeah, jetpack had more colors.
Yeah. Ahsoka Hot Toy is dropping Friday.
What? It's releasing on Friday? No way. Really? Man, it's like I'm happy about that because I really want to see it, but at the same time, I'm like, I just got hit with 2 Hot Toys. I could really use a break.
Yep. George's wallet's going, use me, son.
I'm saying, man, I am getting my butt hurt right now with that. I mean, where did you hear that? Prime Time? Is Sideshow revealed that it's going to be shipping, or are we talking about China shippers?
He said
Toys Wonderland. Toys Wonderland. Okay. So, oh boy, got another Hot Toy coming in.
I got a couple. I just bought one from George not too long ago.
I used to collect Black Series. I don't collect it as much. I try to collect some of the special ones that they have. Like I do want to get that new Republic Commando that they showed, but I don't generally pick them up anymore. It's because in order for me to complete the set, I got to go shop at Target, and that pisses me off. So.
And there's a lot of videos about his love of Target.
Yeah, I like to collect things that I'm capable of completing a set for if I need to. You know, so.
What if they did like for X amount of time, we're going to release these figures, and then at this time we're going to release a collection set that has all the figures.
You would have to make the collection set worth the while. The collection set would have to have something different. Then that's just like a re-release. So I don't know that I would be okay with that either. But I mean, in the case of Target, it's just that the website sells out extremely fast, and then trying to find it at the store is a pain in the ass sometimes. You really have to go from store to store to store, or be in an area that gets lucky enough to get a bunch of these. Maybe just the whole thing is that if I want to collect those things, I just got to buy it on eBay. Funky Gamer, welcome, buddy.
Question for you.
Either of you getting XM's Revan and Malik? Yes, I am. Those are coming in. You get to see a review from here as soon as I get it. I am trying to see if they'll send me a prototype of that so I can see that first, but so far they haven't said yes or no about that. I'm like, yo, it would look great against my backdrop. You'd see it with all of this Empire stuff. It would be awesome.
It would. I mean, you make a valid argument, sir.
I'm saying, man. I'll send it back. I don't want to keep it. I got my own on order. I just want to be able to review it. Also, it'll save me time from having to review mine when I finally get it, and I could just open it up and be nice. Like I got in my first 2 Warcraft statues that I bought from the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yes, and these freaking shipping companies, man. So they take and they leave it in front of my garage door.
Oh, that's what was out there?
Yes, at the beginning of a storm. Because Florida always got one. At the beginning of a storm, I'm just going to leave it right here in front of the garage door. When if you just look to the left, there's a covered area that you could put it under. No, but they leave all that crap in front of the door. Thank God my neighbor saw it, and she just said, hey, I'm going to take and put this and help them out because I know this is going to get wet. And those boxes are heavy. The big ones, they're heavy. For being a 1/5 scale statue, I can't wait to get that out of the boxes because I don't know what's in it, but it feels heavier than my busts. That was a pretty heavy statue. So yeah, those came in. So that's cool. Yeah,
Someone's
man.
fighting for you, man. Someone's fighting for you.
Y'all make a petition, tell them, hey, send them my way. Like I said, I don't want to keep it. I'm not asking to keep the prototype. You can have it back. I just want to see it.
Obviously, I prefer the Boba Fett Slave one.
Jango Fett Slave 1 or Boba Fett Slave 1 I like better.
Yeah.
Yeah. New Ray Saber is out May of next year. That's cool. I'll be happy to finally get my Hasbro Black Series Dark Saber finally. That's been a pain in the butt to get. I ordered it from GameStop because they had a better price, so I guess I can't complain too much, but I'm going to be like the last one to get it. Is Jon Favreau a showrunner on Book of Boba Fett 2? Is he directing that? Or
no, he's not directing. Robert Rodriguez is.
Robert Rodriguez, the whole thing.
The one that did the Boba Fett episode where he got his armor back.
Is he doing the whole thing, or is he
he's
over?
Directing the whole thing.
Okay,
just
that's
like
cool.
Deborah Chow's directing Obi-Wan.
Okay, that's cool.
He is directing an episode of Book of Boba Fett.
Funky Gamer is saying that the non-replacement batteries are worried for him. Yeah, I hear you, man. I heard that it's rechargeable. That is going to be kind of weird to have to try to replace that at some point if you want to continue lighting it up. I don't light up my sabers all that often, but those rechargeable batteries, I agree with you. Because on my very expensive one, I have a rechargeable battery on that one, and I got to so often, plug it in, get it charged to full, turn it on, make sure things are working. You got to. It's a little bit of maintenance there that you got to do occasionally. GS is way behind in shipping. Yeah, they are.
Who's GS?
GameStop. Yeah, they are super behind. They just left my XM piece out in my driveway. Wow, 2 feet from the roof too. Man, that sucks, dude. Yeah, man.
Is there an option for you to put in there for delivery instructions put under covering?
These are like common sense things.
I don't know, because there seems like some people don't read or know how to read.
These are like, to me anyway, this is like common sense stuff. Your job is to,
I know.
This is like, it's really difficult for me to say that to somebody like my buddy. What got me worried at first was on my way out of the movie theater, my friend calls me up and said he just got in his Warcraft stuff. And the way that he found out that he got his Warcraft stuff is that the FedEx guy that dropped it off launched it at the door. So what he heard was a big bang that hit the door and then the floor. That's what he heard. So, he didn't know because he hadn't been checking his email, so he didn't know this was being shipped.
Right.
And then he has cameras. So he goes and flips the camera on, and the camera has this trigger, and you just see this box, blam, So he comes running out the door, and he sees the FedEx guy like getting into his truck, and he's like chasing after the FedEx guy to give him a piece of his mind. But seriously, man, I was like, that's how you I mean, and the thing is that these FedEx guys and these UPS drivers, they get paid pretty freaking well, man. I mean, for what you're doing, you get paid better than I do. And my job is way more technical than yours. So I don't understand how you're acting like that. I get that you're working on the weekend, but this is what you chose to do. So yeah, really? George, I saw that George Lucas is getting a writing credit for it. That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good idea too. Getting a PO box, just have it delivered there and go pick it up.
I don't know if the PO boxes, do they handle big boxes like that?
Yeah, you'll just have to go, and then they'll have it sitting in the back, and then you got to tell them, hey, I'm here to pick up whatever, and then they'll give it to you.
But FedEx won't ship to PO boxes.
FedEx won't? Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, because it's not federal.
Mm-hmm. UPS, I think, still will, but I know FedEx won't. So, yeah. Should they place heavy items on top of stuff that will crush the stuff? Yeah, I agree. That happened to me with my camera.
Don't put a 4-foot box on top of a freaking 2-inch box.
Forgot to cover this camera last night. My camera that I use for my live streams, right? So I ordered this one, and the camera I get a message from FedEx that says that the camera was destroyed. I never even got it. You know, so I spent like a month trying to figure out why they can't send me a camera because they're waiting for this to come back. And I'm like, what did you do to this box that it got destroyed like that? You know, I ended up having to reorder it through Prime. So
no, I've had Amazon do to me like they did George.
Amazon's been pretty beat up too.
Right in front of the damn garage door. Yeah. And where they parked at, they had to walk past and see the covered front entrance.
Oh, really? That's even worse.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
They can see it.
Yeah.
And still put it in front of the garage door where God and everybody can see where it's at.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's even worse. At least mine is like on the side, so I get it. If you came up on my house from the right side of the house, you may not see that. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt with that. But still, I mean, all you got to do is like.
And the other thing that Amazon did was when I got my Astro A40s, they just slapped the shipping label onto the box
on the direct
directly,
box,
and then
have
have
that happen too.
Sit right in front of the door, so everybody knows what it is.
Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, I don't like when they do that either. I don't know if that's really Amazon doing that, or was it Amazon from the warehouse?
Yeah, it was from Amazon.
Okay, it was from Amazon.
Yeah, not one of those like sold on Amazon from a third party.
From a third party, right? Right. Yeah. So. All right.
I mean, not that I'm collecting the box, but I don't want somebody knowing what I got.
Yeah, true. Or the fact that that's just your only box that's for protection. I mean, like he said, sometimes they put heavy stuff on top of something small. Now you have the one and only box being crushed. I just got another clone trooper from Big Bad Toy Store. Those guys ship pretty damn good. Yeah. You know, I have my shipper box inside of a huge box with all kinds of foam around it and everything, or bubbles and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, cool. You know, at least my shipper box looks brand new, you know. So, and $4 shipping. So I can't really complain about that. That's cool.
I got my Boba Fett helmet from them, and it came in perfect.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. All right, man. Well, I think that's going to about do us for today. That was fun, man, talking about that. Hopefully next week we have another really awesome topic to talk about.
Yeah, I want to get into some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if not, I really want to get into some of those maybe like the top 10 things that we were doing at the beginning, that we were talking about the ships. What I want to get into on one of these episodes is the ladies of Star Wars, man. All of the different females that are in the show, you know, from Princess Leia all the way to Bo-Katan, you know, or anybody, you know, any of the female characters, both animated, comic book, you know, we'll get a list together of all these people and talk about our favorites and why they're our favorites. I think I'll be make for a good
ones they need to have on screen.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. So, Rob, I don't know how they do $4 shipping on big statues. They do it though, so it's not bad.
Because they take care of their people.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us on another Sunday. I really appreciate it. We'll be back again next week for another episode. So tune in for that, and tune in for all the other stuff.
Be only next week, right? Because you're gone the 24th.
Yeah, we got only next week because the week after that, I'm going to be in Orlando doing that Star Wars room tour. That's going to be cool for the show.
Unless we do something real quick at Galaxy's Edge while we're all there for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm inclined to do that. It should be fun. So you'll probably get that going. Anyway, guys, have a great rest of the weekend. And until next time, may the Force be with you.